Hello everybody, welcome back to Factorio. This is John with Glasspiece Games, Factorio episode 40, and we are on Vulcanus right now. I'm recording this after the fact, but last episode we got our quality module to legendary. I say to legendary, we're still working on that as I speak, but I got my foundries to legendary. I need to get my big miner drills to legendary as well. I have yet to do that, even now after all this recording. But I do have a little bit more of an expansion, and that's kind of the whole idea of this episode. This episode is kind of a lot of just house cleaning and taking care of getting more resources and being able to acquire them a little bit more quickly. Alright, so I've improved my Vulcanus base just a little bit by expanding my acquisition of resources. I've gotten some more coal, and I have them all going to one stop. I have a 8 to 8, 16 by 16 balancer here. When I did this train stop and these train stops, I didn't hook these two up. These weren't hooked up. These train stops were hooked up to this right here. And this right here is going to be our rail chain signal. That does not give me a direct connection to the network. So I had all these trains just sitting here asking, where are my stops at? And they are still asking that because, I mean, they're going to be going a little bit more frequently though. But it was just this train I noticed. Like, why is this train the only one that is going? It's because it's the only one connected to the network that sends a signal, like through up here. Here I am thinking I was done with the train shenanigans. The train shenanigans never end. Yeah, you're connected to that. Yeah, okay. And you're connected to, for whatever reason, this is always the one that goes though, even though I connected all of them. Unless, did I connect? Yeah, I connected them. Somewhere here where we are losing, I see. I'm connecting all these little signals here, which does absolutely nothing. There we go. Now we're actually connecting all this, and these trains will actually start doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're all going to places. They're all going somewhere. Nice, nice. This is great. I thought I was done, and I was about to reveal to y'all that I had figured it out. Clearly, I hadn't. But, okay, can you not see how that's confusing? It looks like I'm selecting the train stop, but I'm not, because the train stop is a 2x2. This is just one tile. This is a train stop, that is not. You always select buildings at the base. Note to self, if you have a building that may be tall, like a substation, and you have something that's like right behind it, you may be selecting that thing that is behind it and not the substation itself. But that's here on Vulcanus. On Fulgora, we have all the quality modules being made here. And I did a little bit of a thing on our main island. I say our main island. I need to have multiple different islands. And I think this is what I'm going to do, potentially to end the episode off with. I'm going to have a island where, I say island, I'm going to have a very specific patch of scrap that I'm going to mine from, but they're going to have all quality modules. So they are going to have just regular quality modules for now. I'm going to let this over here build up. So all of this is quality modules level, legendary quality tier 3 modules. But part of that problem is the amount of blue circuits that I need is quite a lot. And I'm just not getting that. So I have quite a bit here. I almost have enough there. But I need my trains. Oh, that would explain it. I am completely backed up on... Wait, am I backed up on homium? Homium ore? What? How am I backed up on homium? No, I need hum. Why do I have so much homium? What? Circuit unload. Yeah, circuit... Okay, so what's the deal here? I'm requesting circuits, and we get circuits, blue circuits over here. No, okay. Off to Fulgora. I should mention that the next bit that you'll see, I am solving a problem that is not really solving the overall problem, and that is using trains on Fulgora. Okay, so a couple weeks passed by, and I didn't play this game much. I hopped on every once in a while, edited it here, edited this there, took away that there, took away that here. All things considered, this setup that I have with trains, I don't know. I like trains, but I don't like trains. Why? You have to wait for them. You need to have a lot of them, and even if you have a lot of them, you still gotta wait. Nevertheless, I have my circuit situation figured out, at least temporarily. In the regards, I have circuits, but now the thing I'm waiting for, it was circuits then, now is batteries, and I finally got some batteries over here. Yay, we got batteries, cool. And like I said, we finally got batteries. Took us a while to get them, yeah? Yeah, it took us a while. And now we finally are able to make supercapacitors. My main issue with all of this is I have batteries being made over here, but they're not going to a train. Why don't I have a train? Here's the thing. Either way, it's a train. I gotta wait on the train. How about this? I have materials being made directly at the islands themselves. And I got this idea from a YouTuber by the name of Stupid Fat Hobbit, which is a very good idea. The islands that you mine the scrap from, how about this? You just take directly from there and then sort through the scrap right there. I mean, originally you couldn't do that because you don't have the foundation. But with the foundation, you can just expand from these islands and just have everything here. He has it kind of like where instead of chests and belts, I mean, he uses belts on the island, but they go directly into rocket silos. And see if I can't try to apply it myself, because if you can do everything just locally here, you don't have to worry about taking stuff from different islands and transporting this, transporting that, and the wait time for the trains. Because trains, I watched his 2 million signs per minute video, and he brought up an interesting concept that it's like you hear something and you can't unhear it. And trains are kind of I mean, they're cool, they're great for early to mid game, but we're in the end game now, and trains are they're still useful. They have their uses, but they're just not as optimal for, like, you just have constant resources coming in and going out unless you are able to fill them up quickly. I could get better with my trains, I'm not going to lie, but at the same token, the trains, they don't have an increase in storage. So no matter what, like for instance, the items that are stacks of 50, you have to wait on those trains. Now you can always have multiple trains coming or more cargo wagons, but the problem with that is, regardless of that, you still got to wait. What if we had some of our legendary foundries making homium? What if we had legendary chemical plants for homium solution? Legendary modules even. Now, I don't have legendary modules, but at least legendary, and I'm probably going to end this episode with it, is just going to clean up a good bit. Not on just this planet. If you look, I have a lot of old processes that I kind of left here, and I'm like, why don't I utilize all this? Like, I mean, I have it. It's here, and I just sort of leave it to be forever forgotten. And I don't want that, because that's how we came to this planet. This planet was forever forgotten. It was in ruins, and as you can see, we have just our more recent ruins. That's about it. And Gleba, actually, I don't think, I mean, my big problem with Gleba is my big problem with every planet. You just have random buildings placed randomly. Don't get me wrong. Hey, I'm using them. They're mostly being used, aside from the ones that aren't being used. Looking at some of these, like this is old, and I don't even have any resources here. I have a little bit right here for the tungsten ore, but on Novice, I mean, we have like a lot of areas that, I mean, heck, we don't have any more stone from this deposit right here, so we can go ahead and get rid of that. Jump cut. So this whole island used to be full of just random stuff that I left over, and I decided, no, I'm going to go ahead and clean it up a little bit. There are some other islands, I believe I still have some remainder. I think it's over here somewhere. No, is this it? No, this is fine. Well, not quite. It's running out of power, but I believe all the other islands that had stuff on them no longer do, at least as far as random stuff that needs to be taken care of. I think it all has been, basically anything that I have anything on now is being used, and I went ahead and made that design, albeit I don't have a lot of legendary buildings. Here we are. I have one legendary recycler, so that's what I'm trying to do over here on this island. I'm trying to do a similar concept where it's just nothing but quality on this island, but the problem is it sort of doesn't, I need a bigger setup, kind of like over here, probably next episode. But this episode has been long overdue to go ahead and conclude. It's been a month since I've made another Factorio video, so I will see y'all next time. Hopefully it doesn't take a month long to do it, but y'all have a good one.